Another Simple Favor is the sequel to 2018's A Simple Favor, which reunites stars Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick in a new mystery set at Emily's Italian wedding to a mysterious businessman. I did not get to see this film, but both Arturo and Amanda were at the world premiere, which took place here in Austin, Texas during the 2025 South by Southwest Film and TV Festival. I don't have an opinion on this movie, but Amanda, I'm sure you do.
I do. This is actually one I was highly anticipating. I am a huge fan of the original movie, so I was hoping that this was maybe going to be just as much of a standout. Unfortunately, not quite, but it is still very fun. It is still very stupid, which was kind of like the next best thing I could hope for. It kind of feels like it's just not necessarily a parody, but it's just kind of rehashing everything they did in the first one in a goofier way, which unfortunately does kind of speak to me being like, Paul Feig does not understand why the first one did as well as it did.
No.
I feel like they overplayed into certain tropes and stuff. I had fun watching it.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why I don't think they're taking the chance to put this one in theaters.
Yeah, it's going straight to Prime. I think that's exactly where it needs to be. It's exactly where it's going to get memed.
Yeah.
But I know the first one was a hit. And it was, again, another one of those where it was kind of dealing with multiple genres, it being kind of campy, even though it knows it is, which to me kind of negates that. But it was like a lot of people, because that was a video that had popped off for me. People took that serious.
Yeah.
They're like, you don't get it. It's this. You just don't understand it. I'm so glad the sequel's coming out, because like every single time. Force Majeure? It took the American remake to tell people, like, if you aren't seeing the movie for what it is, just wait till the sequel with the exact same filmmaking team, and they'll change what you are. The sequel is stupid on top of stupid with a side of stupid, bro. It is kind of fun.
It's fun, though. Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the lack of theatrical release. It is a little surprising, not just because the first one has grown into
Isn't that
this
the whole point, right?
sleeper hit, but also Blake Lively's last major release film was a huge surprise hit, and went to thus made a lot more money than its budget.
Yeah.
So did Drake and Kendrick.
But that is also, in my opinion, less to do with Blake, more to do with that beat.
But it's not nothing to do with her
It's not
either.
nothing. She's always going to be a draw.
So like, why not pitch it?
They should have.
It made money in theaters, but it really blew up on Netflix. Yeah. So I think some of these streamers, which you're making a video right now for the masterpiece that is what, Electric State? The streamers saw it be good for Netflix, and so Prime was like, let's just do that. And like, but you're forgetting what got it to be good for Netflix. That it had a run leading into it.
The people were already
I hate
fans
these
of
streamers.
to talk about.
Yeah, even the people getting $250 from the streamers are saying the streamers are dumb. Take it while you can.
Yeah.
Dumb decision. Regardless of if the movie is good or not, dumb decision.
Yeah.
But Zach, they are going to cut up this movie with memes while the trial is still going. Dude,
I can already see things in my head of what they're going to do.
Bro, she's got memes talking about lawyers ruining people's lives.
How much she loves herself.
Narratives. Oh, the way she loves herself in this movie.
The way she loves herself.
I almost have to give her props for not burning this movie to the ground.
And showing up.
And showing up for it. It's almost funny. Look, I don't care with what's happening. I did think the Saturday Night Live bit where it's like, what's happened so far? With Ryan what's his name? Reynolds. When he was like, well, what's happening? I don't know. I thought that was funny, even though it should not change anything for the trial or how you feel about them. I give her credit for at least showing up for it. And it's going to be a buzz once it comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps somebody that maybe deserves a little less credit. You were both referring to it, director Paul Feig, who my reaction to seeing A Simple Favor, the initial one, was that it would have been much better in the hands of a director who could lean into some of the more like lurid, sensual aspects of it. Not a guy like Paul Feig who's really in the mode of studio comedy. He's great at studio comedy.
So you don't want to find out that he went on vacation for this?
I mean, it sounds like from your reaction that he's pushed the film further in direction of Paul Feig movies rather than Simple Favor style.
But 100%.
Yeah.
Hey, look, they went to a beautiful island, and by accident, you're going to get beautiful shots.
Yeah.
Once you watch The White Lotus, you're like, oh, how you shoot things is also very important. You can be on a coast, and it looks good. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You could have made it look
You want to
great.
go vacation there, but you don't necessarily like the cinematography.
Yeah.
When you start the Q&A by apologizing to the cast and crew, by telling them it wasn't really a vacation, sorry we had to work through it, and we're all just sitting there for the premiere to start, it does make you feel away. But he did Freaks and Geeks. That's why he gets to do things like this. He's got the credit.
Spy is very funny.
Yeah.
Spy is good. Bridesmaids? Let's not forget.
Right?
It is interesting that you mentioned White Lotus, though, because I feel like the original does have a White Lotus vibe to it. Just how kind of like...
The original shot better.
It is. But even
So
like
what happened
the
here?
attitudes. The way that they're talking to each other, the dialogue choices, the deception is...
Here it's cut up a lot more snappy.
It is a lot more snappy.
Because they're also trying to fit in all of the characters from the original, because this is a franchise.
Of course.
It is.
Yeah, they're...
Let's just
we're
play the game.
Getting cinematic universe here,
what
boys.
do we got? A simple favor, another simple favor,
Girlies.
a simple favor again. They're just going to... I don't even know how they're going to run it down, but you already know that's how they want to play this
Slightly inconvenient favor. Like...
It's going to go all over the place. Do me a favor, stop.
So I think a lot of people were also unsure of how they would even make a sequel to it, given the way that the last film ended. You mentioned they're also bringing back all these characters. How shoehorned does this movie feel? Do they at least get away with it in a plausible way, or is it really...
That's the joke.
I think they do, actually. Yeah.
Because I like them bringing back Reynolds.
Reynolds.
I like that guy.
Yeah,
he was pretty
great.
funny in the movie. And then they bring some people who don't make it... How should I put this? They do end up going to Italy to shoot the films that were meant to be in America.
Yeah.
So everyone got the vacation.
Yeah, everyone got the vacation.
Everyone got the wrap-up party from 2018. That's how well it did.
Yeah.
But I'm blanking on his name, but I know him from that Chicago show as well. He comes in for a couple of licks as well, but it's a new cast that they're bringing in. Let's start with Massimo.
Oh, yeah, oh my God, yeah. Literally, I didn't know he was in it. I get jump scared by 365 Days, Are You Lost Baby Girl himself. Woo. Then I see him on a stage.
He's a funny guy because he thinks, like, in Subservient, he was like, I am taking this role to show what a father's like. So to hear him again for this, it's like he thinks he's taking... He thinks he's Philip Seymour Hoffman, bro.
But he's literally still playing an Italian mob boss. It's the same role. It's the same job he just did on Netflix, and now he's just doing it for Amazon instead.
He's my Italian Nick Cage, bro. And I think Nick Cage is already Italian.
Yeah.
He's so committed to the roles he does, and he doesn't realize he's playing the same role again, but asterisks.
I just need you to know, Andrew Reynolds was making the best faces at him the whole time.
And Andrew's response to him was almost better than all the designs.
We will share them. I have it recorded.
There's a bunch of other stuff there, but on top of that, Allison Janney's in there. I don't think they did enough with her.
I agree.
But it sounds like she made them laugh throughout the entire set. For example, when you first
for them
exactly they said a story where I was like, that's funny, but you don't know it in that scene where they enter and they meet them as characters. You're like, okay, got to meet them. They're kind of wacky.
Yeah.
Turns out before the scene, she's like, here you go, hold this duck. So she walks in with a duck. She's like, what are you doing with that? That anecdote to be caught on camera is way funnier than when you see that, because you're like, I don't know why she's holding it.
Yeah.
The behind the scenes story is funny. Just like The Vacation was probably great.
Yeah.
The movie is just okay.
Yeah.
It belongs on Prime.
Yeah. Also, Anna was great. Never mentioned Anna.
Bro. She's beautiful. She's fantastic. She's quick. She's
better in the first
always
one,
funny. Yeah.
Very snappy. This one, she's
very snappy.
And still obsessed, but less timid.
Yeah.
So she's giving it right back as much as she's getting. So that's...
Blake's the same, pretty much.
Yeah,
she was from the beginning.
And that's fantastic. Blake runs this, like, whatever you want to say with her, whatever ends up coming out by the end of this about who she is as a person or whatever, this character is for her, and she does
it really is
fantastic job with it.
I think it's a little bogus that she takes over the costume department. She also looks great.
She looks great. She looks great.
You got to be honest with that.
It is gay culture. Those little suits in the first movie is gay culture.
They're I won't even spoil it. No, we can say what it is. The piece of clothing that steals the show. There's a hat. We'll just say that. We almost applauded for the hat.
Yeah, because we thought they must have designed it specifically for the movie.
Turns out.
We thought it was like, there's no way that this is a bit. No, she just found it in Italy.
Bought
You'll know it when you see it.
Took it with her. It's literally a part of her wardrobe as it is. But I got to give a shout out to the one person who comes back and does an incredible job, changes up completely. Henry Golding from the first movie to this is a completely different character.
Yeah.
He comes in, he is yelling at them, he is going crazy.
He's drunk
because
the whole
at this
time.
point, he is the ex-husband, father, who's got to be a part of this whole vacation.
Who has
for the wedding
with Anna, who has slept
with Anna.
Blake,
The way they build his character is probably the funniest.
Yeah.
So look, it is a movie to stream at home while you're as drunk as the main characters. You had to make that martini, or it was a martini, right? But they make it three different ways.
It's the gin. It's the gin martini, chilled glass.
5 of those.
No vermouth.
You'll have a simple but good time.
You just run the vermouth, toss it, and then it's like 5 ounces of gin.
Yeah. So skip it if you're sober.
Skip it if you're sober.
Or if you're the girlies. Watch it.
Unless you're a Massimo fan.
It's going to make a really good girlies' night movie.
Sure, yeah.
I had fun with it. I will watch it again. I'll make a video. I'm excited. I like it.
So it sounds like Amanda's like a slight positive on it.
I would say I'm positive.
Just a unabashed positive.
It's one of those ones I'm like, I realize all the flaws, but I had such a good time watching it. Realistically, I'd probably have it at a 3, but my heart wants to give it a 3.5.
I'm at 2.5.
So a slight negative.
That's probably where it belongs, but like my heart wants to give it.
Well, 2.5 for this. This is exactly what this type of movie is. 2.5.
Yeah. I mean, I think I like to say that 2.5 isn't necessarily an unwatchable movie, right? It's just okay.
Yeah, it's just that okay. It's bad, and you know what it's for. Watch it at home, but they get Fast and Furious is bad. Well, you let them get to 5, bro.
No, that's what I mean. No, do it.
No, because again, they have the potential to make this good. We're gonna be honest. I'm reviewing this as if 4, 3, 4, 5. 5 ends up being good. Yeah. I have to be honest for what 2 is, and 2 is not going to be the best one if they end up going with these farther and farther. Yeah. But they're kooky, they're crazy. It'll deliver with what the fans wanted from the first one.
Yeah.
If you wanted that camp.
I mean, but let's also be honest. The majority of people watching this aren't even going to be watching it based on their allegiance to a simple favor. It's got so much other stuff going on right now. But it does mean there's probably going to be a lot of eyeballs on it.
What other stories we got? For one, there was that lady outside. I'm sure we could imprint a picture of her.
Jeez, yeah.
She was like, do you want to be on my live stream? It'll be on YouTube.
Did you see her Twitter?
And I was like, no free promo.
Her Twitter, she said, Mama, I'm on the New York Times or on the Austin Chronicle.
I'm
sorry, it was funny.
Yeah, somebody in line found her in like 20 seconds. And instantly I was all like, I bet I can think of every... She was like, yeah, her bio is just filled with all the different things she's been involved in. And I started rattling off. It's like, how did you know? And I was like, because obviously anybody who has their ass up this situation had their ass up every other one of those situations.
Yeah, drama tube central.
Everywhere. Yeah. But Justin Baldoni for the third, and I think we got ourselves a franchise.
There we go. Casting rumors start here. Anyway, that's Arturo. That's Amanda. I'm Zach. We'll be back with more reviews out of South by Southwest. And until next time, justice to whoever you think deserves justice.
Justice for streaming.
I think.
Justice for theatrical.
I think we should support both sides equal.
Nobody's wrong in this scenario.